Welcome everybody. Welcome to the dying channel of 2024. Welcome everybody. I hope everybody has fantastic day. Better day than me. Sorry that I'm late. I'm working on shit. Man. Fuck it. Ała. Kurwa. How we gonna do this? Are we gonna do the usual bullshit, or what we gonna have today? That's what we're gonna find out in today's nighttime. Nighttime, isn't this? Yeah, I should start to call nighttime waffling instead of nighttime just. Man, the last stream is like almost 200 views. What the fuck is happening? We are getting popular. And you know what's funny? I check. Hello Ashura. I check the there is something you can check. I'm gonna check it right now. I don't know what the statistic is called, but there is like, if you go to analytics, and I think this is beautiful. Somebody unsubscribed because of that stream. Man, this is wild. Why is it look at this. Updating live. Suggested videos. So my videos are suggested, but I was seeing like some kind of statistic. And there was something like thumbnail clicks, you know, like because of people are clicking on the thumbnail. Fuckers! And I'm sorry. People who watch me are the greatest people in the world. That's the best thing ever. Man. But these stats are like saying shit, you know, like, no, they're saying 0, 4, 12%. 190% of viewers were still watching around the which is above typical. Wow. Wow. Really? Really? It was, the statistic was also saying like it's 90% spike. Yeah, this is wild. Spike appear when more viewers are watching, rewatching, or sharing the moments of your video. Yeah, that was wild. Wild moment. I'm not gonna say 11 views. Insanity. Average view duration 1 minute. Audience. Yeah, 90% subscribe. So like, you know, like my true fans are watching my shit. It's so amazing. And it's like United States, Canada. Let's see. Oh, like only those 3 countries? Fuck off, man. Sure, more. Nonetheless, it's what it is. Revenue, of course, I don't make money because I'm a fucking bitch ass. We got demonetized. We can check how many hours. How many hours your boy still needs to make. Fucking hell. Earn. And the funny thing is, like, even if I get those hours, they're gonna deny it. 3,004. Fuck off. This is so fucking slow that I cannot believe this. Like, I think when we started, like 3 months ago, was 2,400. So in 3 months I made 600 hours watched hours more. And this bullshit, this 10 million views in short, who the fuck makes this fucking views? Why could this take a week to an update? Yeah, this is a weekly update. Appeal didn't demonstrate enough value at editing. Kurwa, I edited the whole fucking short. Don't tell me shit. Reuse content. We are at YouTube and we are fucking people up by not giving them enough information. Well, maybe it's my fault. I should read more. But too stupid. Man, I need to make some shorts. But I am a fucking bitch ass lazy motherfucker and I'm not doing this. And complaining about this won't change, but we're gonna wait. Maybe some people will shut up. Man, you know what I hate at this point? Non-stop there is fucking Tekken review, Tekken this, Tekken that. They already leaked the first four chapters. Fucking motherfuckers. I hate that there are some fuckers that can play and I cannot play. It grinds my gear. But we also have the map, yeah? Tekken 8 map starting time. Graphica. Yeah, baby. Yeah. You know what this means? Release timing. I'm here. Central European. 12 a.m. Perfect. I'm gonna come back from work. I'm gonna wash my ass. Wait, if I start 3, 2, I should be around 11. So I would have 1 hour before Tekken to wash my ass. Like, it's gonna be like date. I'm gonna shave myself. I'm gonna put cologne. For the first time, I'm gonna stream in a fucking, how this is called? Yeah, I'm gonna dress up. I'm gonna fucking dress up for this Tekken. No, I'm gonna put some gel on my fucking hair. Okay, let's stop waffling because this is getting me nowhere.
There was a lot of clickbait going around over the holiday break there. If you would like to, I want to give you the opportunity to speak about Merle, your ex.
Bom,
Man, what the fuck is wrong with this fucking thing?
deu pouco difícil de falar.
No, kurwa. How dare you slow down like this? What the fuck is this?
Né? Bom, porque pra mim, eu já deletei, né, essa pessoa da minha vida. E gostaria de pedir pros meus fãs também que, pô, deletasse ela da vida de vocês, né? Foi uma pessoa que eu acreditei, coloquei dentro da minha casa, né, junto com a minha família. E no final de tudo, descobri que ela era casada.
And that
Was secretly married. The fuck is wrong with my computer today? Too many things. Hello, Songitto, my friend. How are you? Very nice background. Yo, Justin.
it hurt. You know, don't think because this man is one of the toughest men on the planet that he's not hurting inside, but he did what he had to do. When someone lies to you or betrays you, you got to delete him out your life. He's not only a great fighter, but obviously he's not a simp, which is good to see, unlike a few other fighters that we've seen.
So for starters, his wife is 40 years old and 14 years older than Ian Gary. Ian Gary's wife's ex-husband is his nutritionist and they all live together.
I beg your pardon?
And an even funnier fact is that Ian Gary took his wife's last
Paco,
name,
it's here?
which is her
I don't
ex-husband's
think
last
so.
name, which is his nutritionist. And this shit gets even better because his wife wrote a book on how to be a wag.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
WNBA. Let's just be honest. I'm not going to be offensive when I say this. WNBA, NBA. Who watches what? Who makes more money? Women's MMA? Sure, have women's MMA. Have it a fucking thing. I don't like to watch it. I don't think most people like to watch it. And if the females MMA were to separate from a male MMA, no one's going to watch this shit.
I'll stay
You want to
some.
watch a
That's all
sports
good.
car race a fucking Honda Civic?
I'm
No,
just
you wanna
gonna-
watch a fucking sports car.
I'm gonna stream for like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And after that, I don't know. I'm gonna shoot myself. Yeah, still 3 more days. 3 more days. 2 more days. To be honest. Today, for me today and tomorrow. Songitto 12-hour stream, you take a night release. Yeah, I think, yeah. I'm gonna stream as much as I can. It might be even longer. It might be, I hear like story mode is 3-4 hours, then arcade quest, and then maybe some ranking at the end. God knows. But I'm gonna be playing non-stop until I don't know, fell off.
There is a vast difference between men and women. I mean, you even take this weak little Canadian sitting next to you. He could probably beat up fucking Raquel Pennington. The fact of the matter is, like, any one of you could probably
First
beat
pick Azucena, I think.
in a fight.
No,
I'm
Reina.
not saying you can't
I'm
sit there
gonna
and
learn
enjoy
Reina.
it, but like, I don't want to go see
Because
fucking-
the character I'm gonna pick first, it's gonna determine my gameplay for the rest of the game probably. So I'm gonna pick Reina from the start. It's a little, it's something like Lydia, so I might get a hang. I will see. Probably it's gonna be Reina, then it's gonna be Azucena, then Victor. Like all for me, they are only the 3 new characters. They are for me. The rest, I don't care. But yeah, we are 2 days. 2 days, people. Can you understand this? We are 2 days away. 2 days.
two fucking little cats fight. I want to see lions fight.
I do have to say that women's MMA is a lot better than the WNBA or women's football. It's one of the few female sports I can actually watch. And I've seen some good female fights, and I remember when Ronda Rousey was at the top, she was doing huge numbers. She's probably doing more numbers than Sean Strickland's doing now. But yeah, like most physical sports, I enjoy watching the men more like most people, and that's why it makes more money.
You obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, you know, what they
Reina,
can say when they are up
blood.
there with the UFC microphone, and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there?
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you.
A leash?
Like
Free speech. I
When-
control what people say. Gonna tell people what to believe. Gonna tell people. I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any. We had 2 gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks, or what he says, or what his beliefs are, or what his opinions are. You know what I mean?
Well said. Whether you're a fan or not, if there were more people with Dana White's way of thinking, I think we'd have a lot less donuts wandering around asking these stupid questions.
This next generation is just such a fucking group of pussies, man.
Does this look very inclusive? I don't care if it's nature. If I'm a plus-size human, I can't get through this. Look, I can barely get through it going this way. And I'm a slender white male who recognizes my privilege. Look at this. Look what I got to do. What about the people that want to hike to get in shape, but they're not quite slim enough to get through here? Can we get some dynamite in here, blow it up, make it a little wider? I'm just saying, California State Parks, do better in 2024.
Your hamburger comes with a dose of...
From where, I agree, where the fuck these donuts coming from? Where's the bakery that is making these fucking idiots? Like, okay, I know, I need to stop, I know this is like just shut up, Songitto, shut the fuck up, just watch.
misogyny.
What? Misogyny?
The assumption that the best protein comes from corpses is a racist belief.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Our whiteness is part of the problem of meat eating. Meat eating is also one of the ways gender-based structures of oppression are perpetuated. Men in the West are taunted to renew their man card by eating meat because that's what real men
Is this woman laughing? Is that what I see? I think she's laughing.
do. That's the sexual politics of meat, and it reveals how unsettled masculinity really is. That's why after 9/11, when a black man was elected as U.S. president, we saw how white this
Who let this woman cook?
wounded masculinity was. Images of milk-drinking white men and the baiting of liberal men as so-called soy boys are all part of the neo-Nazi messaging.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
See, this is another reason why free speech is so important, so we can let the donuts expose themselves and then we can use it for entertainment. Because believe it or not, this Muppet's actually being serious. And as you can see, they're just laughing and using it as comedy because that's what it is. She's a stand-up comedian and she's one of the few female comedians that actually made me laugh.
Call me old-fashioned, but I'm glad my mother was a woman.
I got a question.
Sure. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
I don't think I told you. My name's Mercury.
Nice to meet you.
Why are you here?
Okay, I've been asked that question a lot. First of all, that question should not even have to be asked, but when people stop talking, really bad stuff starts. When marriages stop talking, divorce happens. When civilizations stop talking, civil war ensues. When you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with, it becomes a lot easier to want to commit violence against that group. What we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have reasonable disagreement where violence is not an option.
You think that's not emotional violence?
How is this? What is emotional violence, by the way? I don't know what that is.
It is harm intentionally perpetrated on another another human being that is intentionally targeted at their emotional well-being.
Okay, so feelings mean nothing to me. Isn't why we had the First Amendment to try to push our boundaries and to hear things that might make you mildly uncomfortable?
This doesn't make me mildly uncomfortable.
Does it make you very uncomfortable?
It makes me angry.
These Muppets are not capable of having a conversation with somebody that goes against their beliefs. They all need Michael.
Get some help.
I don't wanna be left, I just wanna get fucked. I don't wanna get hurt, I just wanna get some. So use your hands to touch my body.
When did you start dropping F-bombs?
Use your words to say you want me.
You can see the disappointment in the dad's face, and this is exactly why I want sons.
I can't.
No, come on.
Wait, why? Is it because you...
It's just too early for that. You have.
Wait, no, I think I know why.
Why?
Do you have a boyfriend? Don't lie.
I have people that love me.
You have a boyfriend, yes or no?
She does it.
Be honest. Yeah. Hey, you have a boyfriend?
I have someone that really.
No, just be honest. Be honest. Yeah.
You can just be honest. It's okay.
He's a person that really loves me.
And do you love him?
You love him.
Yeah.
So you got a boyfriend and you just kissed my man's on the cheek, which means that you technically just cheated.
I didn't just cheat because I never said I had a boyfriend. I said I have people that love me.
No.
You just don't listen, baby.
No, baby. You have a
bro.
You have a boyfriend.
Wait, do you have a boyfriend? It's okay if you do.
You have one.
I have a boo. I'm in the process of dating.
Oh.
To find a husband.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that, you know.
Make the face.
People don't want me because people want me. But at the same time, I'm here to find a husband, not a boyfriend.
You're not yet, 100%.
So
Yeah.
I'm dating. I'm definitely dating.
So
and I have people.
But you're a cheater.
Skip.
Like, bro,
I read
if that
those
was me,
comments.
I was watching the stream and I just see my girl kiss a dude on the cheek. I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I'll be pissed.
But I'm single.
Okay, she's single.
I'm not in a relationship. I just have people that would be upset.
If the men that she's involved with have standards, then they'll send her where she belongs.
She belongs to the streets.
I think there is one more. Yeah, this one I wanna see. It is fucking delusional girls.
Filming your ass for the entire internet to see, but you're upset a guy walking by looks in to see what you're doing? How does that even make sense? This nonsense needs to stop. You're in a shared space, the gym, you have a tripod set up, you're posing. People are going to look at you. This does not make that man a gym creep. But let me guess, if he would have looked and liked your post online, you'd be okay with it. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
Now, we've seen Joey Swole humble a lot of these Muppets in the past, and usually they delete their page or they put their page private, but this one actually decided to respond, and this is what she had to say.
Since I'm the topic of the Swole Patrol right now, I feel like this needs to be addressed. So at the end of the day, I posted what I posted. I did not need to zoom in on that man. I take full accountability for that. I don't know who he is. However, the video was taken very much out of context and misinterpreted.
Stop the cap.
My caption had nothing to do with me being uncomfortable that this man was walking by. I wasn't saying he was sexualizing me. I did not call him a None of these words were used. I'm not that type of person as much as you guys think you know me. But at the end of the day, the road does go both ways on accountability. And you know that your followers are spewing hate because I know that article came out in February of 23 of a girl getting death threats because of a video that you reposted that she posted. Should she have posted that as well? Probably not, but at the end of the day, she did. If you want us to take accountability, I'm doing that right now.
Not really.
But your fan base should take accountability too if you're going to claim to be the CEO of positivity, yet your followers are spewing negativity and hatred. So as you say, do better, respectfully.
Yeah, you're not really taking accountability. You're trying to make out that you only zoomed in on his face, when we all know you're trying to wear that skimpy little outfit and use that man for bait so you get attention and views. You're still trying to play the victim and no one's buying it. And also, Joey Swole is not responsible for every single person in his comments.
Stop looking at my...
Can't even work out in peace anymore, dude. It's feral.
Feral.
I can't come to a public gym, dude. I just literally saw her in the mirror, looking my direction. Oh, man. Just so many creeps nowadays.
I'm just trying to catch a pump, and this girl keeps awkwardly staring at me, making me feel like a piece of meat. I don't care if my shirt's off or not. I'm saying something at this point. Ma'am, I'm not a piece of meat. You can't just stare at me in the gym like that. I don't care if I'm your boyfriend.
I'm finally at the gym. My goal is to get as much attention as possible. Of course, I'll be recording myself the whole time. Time to get some attention. Why I'm not getting any attention? It's time to try my secret strategy for getting attention. Oops, that was a bit too much.
Who is that? How am I supposed to work out here now?
He finally looked at me. I'm done for today.
What the hell was that? Today was a really tough day. I'm going to watch some TikToks.
This creep was staring at me at the gym today.
Why is it about me?
What the hell? Are you attracted to Eric? Yes or no?
Yes.
How you feeling, man?
I feel pretty good.
Are you into Sabrina?
No.
The women in the comments took it worse than the woman that got rejected. Someone said Sabrina's attracted to everything at this point. His loss, her win. A man with that hairline ain't have to do my girl like that.
That one there was a violation.
But then loss, her win. A man with that hairline ain't have to do my girl like that.
That one there was a violation.
But then the girl who's actually been rejected was completely fine about it. She said, you can tell by my face I knew he was going to say no before he said it. And he did buy me an apology drink after the show, which was really sweet.
Damn!
Someone said bro saved himself 5 seasons.
Again, what do we say when the tatted up baddie bartender calls us babe?
She's just doing her job. She's not the love of my life.
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Who's this girl? Come over here.
That's my sneaky link.
She alright. What do you expect your woman to do in a relationship, bro?
Cook and clean. No, but the thing is, like, she's not a respectable female. Respectfully.
Why am I not? Why?
Why is she not, bro?
She shows it for $3.99.
It's actually $10.69, but
$10.69 is not crazy either.
That's what I'm saying. Like the whole nation already has it.
As they say, OnlyFans detected, opinion rejected, and I'm talking about both of these clowns because they're in it together. They're just promoting their OnlyFans. If you're a grown-ass man and you spend $10 on this and you need Michael,
Get some help.
Anything men can do, we can do better. Reject delusions, embrace gender differences.
He's got a lot of shame from his past. He's got a lot of stuff that happened when he was a kid that
Don't care. Here's why. Me too. And my wife doesn't have to carry that. I do.
Look at him go. Look at him go. This is so bad, dude.
this really pissed off the influencers in the comments. Someone said, this is pure bullying, and the ones laughing hard are the jealous ones. Leave the girl be, let her take the pics as she likes. Why are people so bothered with other people being themselves? This ain't it, like she was taking a normal picture. Honestly, this is bullying.
What?
Men hate seeing women exist. Someone said when they act like vain bozos, yes.
Your breath stinks. Just shut up.
Show me your tax returns, show me your bank statements, show me your face, show me your profile, your side profile, show me your body, top to bottom, do a 360. Those are the requirements for you to come for me. Those are the requirements for you to come for me, okay? I'm not, you think I'm joking, it's the actual truth.
I think any man that's their number one requirement for a woman is for a woman to be his piece. You just know you're dealing with a true fucking menace to the dating pool, because what the fuck do you mean you need me to be your piece? If you gotta ask for peace, you're a piece of shit. Honestly.
There's only one way it ends for the last two women, if they love them.
Cat lady.
I was today years old when I found out that guys have to go into their doctor monthly to get their foreskin trimmed, just like a monthly haircut. And frankly, I'm pretty outraged at the American school system.
There's women out there that will walk away from a good man talking about, oh, he wanted to go half on rent. He wanted to go half on.
Facts.
Like that is, you know how fatuous and name that is to say he wanted to go half. First of all, you are responsible for 100% of your life as an adult. 100% of your problems, 100% of your bills.
1 second. So you don't want to pay half, so you rather pay everything alone. Yeah? So you don't want to get with men and pay 50-50. You want to pay 100 for everything. Does this make sense? You know, like, fuck this, I'm not paying half, I'm gonna pay full. You know, I'm a woman, I'm gonna pay all my bills by myself. Fuck you. Get lost.
100% of your stress, and you mean to tell me you had a man right there like, I'll take half of that from you. And you was like, that ain't good enough.
Right.
I want you to take it all. I don't want to have no responsibility as an adult. And that is feminine manipulation and abuse. Fellas, you need to walk away.
I don't think a lot of these women have any idea how expensive it is to take care of another adult. I've got to pay for all your food, all your bills, any problem you got with a doctor, the dentist. I've got to pay for everything. You can't pay for nothing. A man's got to be in a good financial place to do that. So when these women are expecting young 20-year-old men to be in that place, it's just ridiculous.
I subscribe. Alexander, hello man. Is it your first time on this channel? Here, I subscribe to you. I'm gonna be your first subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Hello.
Most young men barely have enough money to look after themselves, let alone some entitled woman that brings nothing to the table.
She want her, let her go. She want to go to him. She want him instead. You gotta let her go, bro.
If that's your girl, then let her go. Do not try and make her stay. If she wants to leave like that,
she belongs to the streets.
She belongs to the street. Unfortunately, women like that belong to the street. So I think Trump's gonna win. Dana White obliterates work reporter. The verdict is in. Tekken is amazing.
Saba, you said reproductive rights are a huge factor for you, but that you probably won't vote for President Biden.
I think it would be hypocritical of me to use reproductive rights as a way to justify voting for Biden when Biden is aiding and sending military aid to Israel, which is airstriking Gaza and blocking humanitarian aid, leading to women there who are pregnant, either getting C-sections without anesthesia, not being able to be provided with prenatal.
Saba.
So I think Trump's going to win. Like, I want to do a poll. Who do you think is going to win?
You're
like,
welcome.
Just not who you're going to vote for or anything like that, but who do you think is going to win? I'm actually really curious to see what people are going to say. Americans only? No. I mean, like, even Europeans. I mean, like, it's like, I mean, kind of the vibe that matters a lot. Yeah, I think Trump's going to win for sure. I'm going to be honest. Like, I think it's a for fucking sure thing.
Yeah, I think also, even if I'm not there. What do we have? Is Life of Abundance have anything? Life of Abundance. Hey man, do you have anything good to watch?
What's something that you can buy with your
Oh. Shit. Fod accepted. Any suggestions, guys? What to watch?
Ask everyone to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's do that.
A fat 10.
A fat 10?
I mean, I'm just saying what everybody in the comments is gonna say. Be like, oh yeah, she's a fat fucking 10. Like, period.
That's
Is there
Optimus
a comma
Prime.
somewhere in that statement?
Honestly,
I'm not gonna play Tekken 7.
What was said was said.
Okay.
yeah. I said what I said, and I meant what I said.
She's a 10? More like she's made up of 10% of the world's population.
More like
she's a
10,000.
10 on a Richter scale. More like the 10th planet in our solar system.
Poor motorcycle, really. Oh my god.
That it does not mean bad, it does not mean unhealthy, it does not mean any of these negative words.
Weight is not a good predictor of health. We can talk about health, and I think it is important, but I don't think weight is a good proxy to do that.
The destruction of this scale is dedicated to all of the women whose lives have been ruined and ruled by it.
Why did this woman use a hammer to destroy the scale when she literally can just step on it?
Weight limit exceeded. One person at a time, please.
Oh, that's fucked up.
If people want to lose weight because they think they're going to be better human beings or happier or healthier, you know, everything's going to be amazing because they fit into a size 10, 12 dress, then that can be problematic.
I'm fat, but I eat healthy. I'm fat, but I'm not lazy. I'm fat, but I'm a runner.
If I don't have diabetes now, I will.
The fuck, man.
Fuck was that about? Dude, you're weird.
Being obese, being fat, being overweight has become the new normal. I really believe for fat people, the solution is their own hands. They don't need to put so much into their faces. So take that, fat bastards.
You're gaining for a reason that you feel like to prove society wrong.
Yes.
Which you're wrong.
I'm trying to put on full stone to prove society if you stop eating and move more, you will
And
lose
that
weight.
ain't true.
So she set out to prove it.
What we have in front of us is what I'll be eating from now on in order to put on 4 stone in 3 months.
Katie went from 125 pounds to 167 pounds in 3 months by eating and doing nothing.
All right, Katie, so your final weight is just under 12 stone. So you've put on
3 stone and a bit.
That's right.
In the special, Katie takes the weight off again, cutting back to 1,500 calories a day and exercising. She made her campaign public, but it didn't make her popular.
And I think I'm right to carry on sort of bruising my way through on this issue because I think there's so many people willing to tiptoe around it.
Do you think overweight people are just lazy?
I do think overweight people are lazy. The hardest thing to do is to stand in front of the mirror, say that you have got the problem, you've caused the problem, there's no excuses, and you're the only person that can do something about it.
I kept waiting in the specials for you to address other issues, Katie, such as, you know, thyroid problems, medical issues, genetic predispositions, socioeconomic
I'm genetically
status, income, education, and none of that was mentioned.
What you did right there is what everybody does, and it's what I won't stand for, and what I don't think America should tolerate anymore either. And that's a whole list of excuses as to why it's not your problem. Well, learn this and learn it well. It is your problem.
This lady is an absolute G for gaining 50 pounds and being able to lose it. She just proved an entire movement wrong.
Fat motherfuckers be like, being overweight runs in our family. Bro, nobody runs in your family.
Because if the fat body positive movement involved some kind of movement, it will solve everything. But the fat body positive movement is the only real movement without any movement.
Oh, yes.
Love on the Move. Now, tonight on the TLC channel at 9 o'clock tonight, Whitney has got a new series called My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Okay, so you're still dancing.
Yes.
Yes, and a lot of people maybe say, who are you kidding, really? You're dancing here, but really this is not the sort of advert that we should be having.
I think that's interesting because my life isn't an advertisement for anything. I don't have a hidden agenda. I'm just living my life the way that I see fit, and fat people so often offend others in society, and I find that it's one of the last
I like your
socially acceptable
background.
prejudices.
Thank you. I wish I had one more lamp, like next here, but yeah, I have this one. It's just a lamp. I can turn it up like this. I cannot see. The closer it is to the fucking thing, yeah, it looks like this. I can actually. I think I can do. I do. I better not play with this kid because like I can fuck it up even more. Thank you, Alexander.
I absolutely agree with you on that one, but what about people who are concerned about you? I mean, there might be people concerned you're going to keel over and die because maybe your body, your heart won't be able to sustain all the enthusiasm that you have.
That's true. I do have a lot of enthusiasm. I think that the concern for health is often a mask to discriminate or to be cruel to fat people. I think there are actually very few people in my life who care and love me enough to be genuinely concerned about my health. And as far as my health goes, I would like to break some stereotypes about fat people, because even at 380 pounds, I'm certainly not naive to the health risks that may come if I stay this weight. But I have no major health problems. I've never even had high blood pressure.
Yet, Whitney.
Right, yet.
Exactly. And I do have to say, I advocate you. I am overweight. I am constantly lampooned for being overweight, but I do speak to you from concern. You're doing your ankles no good, your knees no good, your hips no good, your heart probably very no
What
good.
the fuck?
So, I mean, I do think there is concern. People would look at you and say, "Oh, are you sure?"
She says, being fat does not determine my health. While she struggles to breathe and almost has a damn stroke mid-sentence, saying being fat and healthy is equivalent.
I need to buy this thing. I need this thing to my room. Like, if I have this here,
to me saying
I need to buy a few more
I'm a
things.
mute, but I am a professional singer. I'm a vegan, but I eat meat. I'm a top-tier, world-class, professional Uber driver, but I am fucking blind.
What the? Fuck it.
I'm here today to talk to you about a very powerful little word. One that people will do almost anything to avoid becoming. I'm not sure if any of you have noticed, but I'm fat. Let's not sugarcoat it. I am the capital F-A-T kind of fat. I am the elephant in the room.
Well, duh.
When I walked out on stage, some of you may have been thinking, oh, this is going to be hilarious, because everybody knows that fat people are funny. Or you may have been thinking, where does she get her confidence from? Because a confident fat woman is almost unthinkable.
Yeah.
These judgments are insidious. They can be directed at individuals and groups, and they can also be directed at ourselves. And this way of thinking is known as fat phobia.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steigers war ein Befehl!
Like any form of systematic oppression, fat phobia is deeply rooted in complex structures like capitalism, patriarchy, and racism. We live in a culture where being fat is seen as being...
Why always these people find a way to connect their fucking problem to something fucking else and irrevelable? Blah blah blah. One second. Oh, it's how they connecting these things? How she finds the way to think that the fucking being fat is racist? The hell this has to do? Being fat this has to do with skin color, or I'm stupid? You know that's also possible. That I'm stupid, but this is even stupider.
Lazy, greedy, unhealthy,
oh my
irresponsible.
God.
Meanwhile.
Now I exercise every day.
Now I exercise every day.
More like exercise every day by walking to the pantry and stuffing yourself with some goddamn churros. It's funny because they say fat is a beautiful thing. And they get offended when you call them fat.
A positive German ad attacked by body positive. Oh my God.
Why does life sometimes feel so wrong? Like running in circles and you don't belong. I always knew that this day would come. It's time to break free.
Jesus. Do you know Philippines? Yeah, I know Philippines. I know where it is. I know where it is. I know Philippines. Are you from Philippines?
What am I running from? And I look up to the open sky, hopes in my heart, dreams in my eyes. Will I ever make it right this time? And all I can do, and all I can do is try.
Yeah. Nice, man.
It's time to break free, meet me on the run. And all I can do, and all
Holy
I
shit.
can do, and all I can do is
Man, this commercial was
Now, as a
amazing.
man, it is absolutely 100% unacceptable for you to be overweight, lazy, and broke. Because remember, gentlemen, society does not hold men to the same standards as a woman. Because an overweight, thick woman will get through life just fine. Because let's be honest, any guy will penetrate and fuck anything with a hole in it. Now, gentlemen, before I end this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. But before I end this video, you must hear from our cheek-slaying warrior, John Burke.
You want to sit there and bitch, whine, and cry about your goddamn feelings all the time. Oh, well, he hurt my feelings. Fuck your feelings. I'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want. We've got a society of politically correct bitches out there that want to sit there and preach this is what they want to hear, give it to them, rather than this is what they need to save their fucking life. But you don't understand that. You're not willing to stand up and preach out against these people out there that promote this bullshit movement. I'm all for people that are overweight, doing something for themselves. I'll give them all the help I can. Good for them. It's not the fact that they're obese why I don't agree with them. It's the fact they're making an excuse and not doing anything about it, and then trying to justify it and get other people to follow along their footsteps. Fuck that. You sit there and explain to those children that are being brought up in the same fashion why they're facing a lifetime of medical conditions because your fucking lazy ass didn't have the ability, didn't have the drive and the motivation to get up and do something for them, to teach them the right way, to take it upon yourself to educate yourself. Google, the internet, it's a hell of a tool. You can learn so much out there, but you choose not to. Where there's a will, there's a way. When you've got air in your lungs, then you have no excuse. It's just a matter of perspective. You're either going to be a fucking sheep or you're going to be a lion. You're going to be an attacker and a go-getter. But if you want to sit there and cry, bitch, and moan and whine all the fucking time while you can't, then you sit your ass on that bench with the losers, and you stay there, and you eat yourself to death. But don't expect me to turn around and pat you on the back and say, hey, good job for being a fucking quitter. Get up and do something about it. Sick and tired of all these damn excuses. Well, fuck your feelings.
Yeah. True. True. Have you played horror games? Yes. What kind of games you want? I play Resident Evil, Silent Hill, a lot of like horror movies. The Japanese man has 4 wives, 2 girlfriends, and 54 children. No. The consequence of being a weak man. Sega is paywalling the most basic features. What is this?
Play Tekken Tag Tournament 2 in 2024 and beyond. Tekken Tag 2 works, man, is like, well, why would I ever go back to Tekken 6? There's a couple of cool things in T6, some good music here and there, but I feel like just visually and roster and options, like there is maybe less offline options in this game, but if we're talking about raw gameplay, I don't see much of a reason to jump back into Tekken 6 nowadays, because in Tag 2 you can just play, team mode or single mode and fight one character versus another character, or two characters versus two characters. But obviously the big elephant in the room with Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is its sales, because we have to address this was the worst selling Tekken game of all of them, and would shockingly almost set up Tekken to be almost sent to a graveyard again since Tekken 4. And Tekken 4 set up for some pretty crazy stuff. Tekken almost ended right there, and this series felt like it could have ended here, but it obviously didn't. What it did do was make it so that Tekken 7 didn't get a huge budget at the start because of its arcade versions, so it was kind of a budget game. Anyway, this game does not sell well, and there's a lot of reasons where you can go back and think about it, where there was probably several contributing factors. Here's what I think, and here's based on my history and experience, right? Tekken 6 was the game that I quickly dropped because the online was so, rough. I remember the first time I played Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and here was one of the most disappointing aspects of it. I don't know what I was expecting at the time, but it's just Tekken 6 again. It's Tekken 6 with tag. So, that shit is an immediate detractor, because I did not even get a character down in Tekken 6. I didn't have enough time to dedicate to that. So when you learn that, oh, the next game is just the exact same thing as the previous game, but now you just need to know multiple characters, and that ends up being kind of daunting. Much less the online at the time does not run super great in general. It's better than Tekken 6, that's for sure. It just wasn't a game that really captivated me. And I think the same thing happened to a lot of people, where the ask of the audience to learn not just one character from Tekken 6, but essentially two characters from Tekken 6 in this game is crazy. And it's a big ask, dude, to know a ton of Tekken characters. I think that's where the devs eventually boiled down the reason of this game's lack of success, is the fact that asking an audience member that is one of the general not Tekken diehards, people that just like the game for the game being the game, but not, maybe just to play it super hardcore. It's just asking a lot of them. It didn't help that at the time, for team-based fighting games and 3D fighting games were not doing super great at this time. Soul Calibur 5 was also not doing super good. Tekken 6 being, not a game that's specifically bad, but didn't really catch anybody. What I kind of think it is, I think Tekken 6 set up Tekken Tag 2 to fail, because Tekken 6, while not a terrible game, does not grab an audience the same way that obviously Tekken 5 does. And we used this comparison before. Tekken 3, massive selling game, one of the biggest fighting games of all time, right? Guess how much Tekken Tag 1 sold on PlayStation 2? And what is Tekken Tag 1?
Yo, SCP, what's up?
Okay, so you think it's going to get a lot of sales, right? You think it's going to be huge. Believe it or not, Tekken Tag 1 only sells like 2 to 2.5 million or something like that. The sales aren't astronomical in comparison to Tekken 3, which is just huge. So you compare that to now, Tekken 6, a game that doesn't pop off super well, but doesn't do that bad. It does okay. It does 3.5 or something like that. So if we're doing the comparison of the previous game to a tag game and now the previous game to another tag game, oh man, the fall off was pretty huge. And to be real, the percentage of adoption rate in comparison to the previous one is kind of the same. But here's what I think a lot of people love about Tekken Tag 2. You get a lot of people that are like, this is the best Tekken game. This game is essentially the Mortal Kombat trilogy. And we were saying it's like the Marvel Infinite. I'm like, no, that's not a good example. You know how a ton of casual folks are like, dude, MK Trilogy is the best Mortal Kombat. It's the best one. It's got the most characters and shit. It's the best one. Tekken Tag 2 is 100% the Mortal Kombat trilogy of the Tekken series, where they just
Yeah.
cram everything into this game, quite literally. Roster and stages and like all this stuff. Just throw it all in here, dude. And it's just stuff from previous games, like, and that's identical to what Mortal Kombat Trilogy is. A lot of people still say MK Trilogy is the best Mortal Kombat. By today's standards, I think the same amount of people in relation to Tekken feel that Tekken Tag 2 is like the best Tekken game. So again, this game gets a really big casual audience over the years, and it's kind of like a misunderstood game. And as I play it, I realize, yeah, dude, I don't think this game deserved to crash as much as it did. I think there was maybe just a little bit of a sort of a 3D fighting game exhaustion at this point. We're not everybody was super into this as much, and obviously 2.5D fighting games were starting to do pretty good. So there's a lot of contributing reasons. There's a lot of like potential burnout that's possibly happening right here.
Can you play a horror game right now?
Because I spent 3 friggin' hours just messing around with the gameplay in this game, and there's so much to discover. This game likely was not fully discovered. There's a pretty good chance that Tekken Tag 2 did not get enough time to sort of sit and meander to a point where it was really figured out. I don't think it was really figured out, and even some pros say the same thing.
I don't know.
Oh, damn it, boy.
I don't know if I have. I'm waiting for one game on Steam. Wkrótce dostępne. I shit. What games do I have? I remember the tension I didn't. Have you played Granny? No. This was cool game. Too bad I finished it. Oh man, I need to play this. Little Nightmares. Granny is an old horror game. What game then? I don't know if I want to play video games right now.
This is fucked up. This is messed up. This shit is fucked up, dude. There's just so much stuff you can do in this game. The
I got
bound system is
32
back.
subscribers
You can tag in on launcher,
yesterday.
similar to Tag 1. You can now bound into tag.
Wait, what is this Granny thing? Granny horror. Granny horror video game. Let me see this. Oh, what the fuck is this now? Man, this looks... On Steam. $5. What? Why did you retract your message? Maybe. Not cards. No. Jesus Christ, man. I'm not gonna pay right now for this. I'm not gonna buy this game, but I'm gonna think about it. Man, I hate these games when they are like this. Looking. I don't wanna play trash.
Tag that does all this crazy
I'll play
rage
it.
stuff now. Floor breaks, wall combos. It is just the goddamn kitchen sink of crazy situational horseshit. So, and I used this example before. On top of the
Can you
fact
play
that,
that
you know,
for
you gotta
me?
learn a B&B for a character. Well, it's a Tekken game. You gotta know a B&B for every launcher. And then you got to know a B&B for your counter hit launchers and all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, so now you know that. Just to explain how daunting this game is to learn. And then you also have to learn, all right, so when I do my bound eventually in my combo, when I bring in my other character, which move do I do? And depending on the situation, do I want to do a corner carry move? Like, which move do I do? So there's different things for all of those. And then on top of that, you also have your enders, which will change depending on the situation of damage, as well as positioning to the corner and all this shit. So there's like a huge amount of shit you have to learn, bro. You can't just pick up this game and start playing it and be okay at it. No. If you weren't
enough security breach, I play already this.
You were light years behind.
I don't like FNAF.
You to like learn.
I'm gonna break a lot of hearts, but I don't like
this game compared to Tekken 6, so it's just like woof. On top of that, yeah, rage mode is just whack. It's even more brutal than it was before. You can just lose a character by a couple of random moves with rage mode, and they'll just die, dude. Funny enough, we get other crazy mechanics like tag crash. It's just one of the craziest things that has been ever added to Tekken. It's effectively like a combo breaker that uses your rage, from what I understand. And I will say, it feels like the hardcore Tekken fans, which is effectively who this is made for, right? This is a game that thrives on its roster and gameplay. So the majority of your time is going to be spent figuring out this game's systems and how to optimize it and do all the crazy shit, right, to get so good at it. Because I really feel if we're talking about training mode games, like some of the best training mode games are Marvel 3, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I honestly think Tekken Tag 2. You'll always learn something crazy with this game. But because of that, it's where the meat and the bones are. And there is still a lot of content in here. We played Fight Lab, and it's actually kind of cute. You get to like make a combat. It is a tutorial mode that's effectively teaching you how to use all the tools in the game. And it's kind of goofy, and you get to like make a character. You get to make a combat, which is kind of nice. I remember liking it. I liked it more now than I did when we made videos on it back in 2012. Not to mention customization. There's stuff to come back here for customization. Customization now has decals, and that is an option that is crazy. You can equip decals to customization Peaches. You need a shirt. All right, I'm buying a shirt. I don't want to throw them all over my body. Okay, I bought that.
5 people watching expensive. And 1 on Twitch. Crowley.
I love it. I love it. Jin's looking good. Excuse me, but graphic design is my passion. And then obviously single player offerings are like endings for all the characters in the game. And there's a shit ton of characters, like 52 characters in this game. It literally has every single goddamn character like ever in a Tekken and more. It seems like it has everything, but it just doesn't catch the casual audience that usually keeps Tekken alive. It just doesn't get them. Instead, you got a game that's essentially made for the players. I think more than any Tekken ever before, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is a game for its players, for the people that want to utilize its systems and just have fun and see crazy shit. The one thing I will have to say, because they picked up off so much of the assets of Tekken 6 and just adopted all that shit over, right? The budget of this game mostly went into figuring out, okay, so if we have a lot of these assets before, where do we spend this budget? There's all this like flavor all over this game. And the flavor comes in the fact that like there's a lot of stages, there's a lot of music, and there's a lot of crazy nuance between the characters. So we're gonna check it out soon, the tag throws and stuff, but character interaction, like intros and outros and all this stuff, there's a metric ton of it. There's so much of it that it's crazy, dude. Of just weird nods of characters like acting to win poses with characters. Like, there's so much of it throughout this game that it's insane.
No,
you can watch YouTube videos for
Tekken is not my favorite, but that's just me. Yeah, but Tekken is my favorite game. That's my bread and butter.
Sprinkled throughout this whole game, it's astronomical. It's so much that I just need to focus on like the tag throws. So we'll like, you know, figure out that and actually rate the tag throws, which is something I've been meaning to do for a very long time. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is what? What the fuck? What the fuck? So that's where you see like the love and care. Obviously, like a ton of love and care, even compared a bit more to Tekken 7, which would sort of be lacking in a lot of those ways. It'd sort of be missing a lot of that special touch. Also to mention, a lot of people think this game is visually the best Tekken, and I might agree, maybe. I might actually think this game has a better quote-unquote art style than Tekken 7. I just might think so, because I really think this game looks very good. I love the way this game looks, man. In comparison to some of the maps and some of the characters and some of the ways that Tekken 7's character models look and the way its stages look, I don't know, there's just something about this game that just looks so nice. I think this is kind of a special game. I really do. And while I see the redeemable aspects in a game like Tekken 4, you see it, dude. Tekken 4 has some ridiculously cool stuff, but when it boils down to the gameplay, it's not that much of a fun game to play. It's a fun game to go back and like look at and sort of like analyze and realize how much of Tekken 4 hits and how different of a game it is. But that's the other game I can compare this to is obviously T4, because these are big deviation games. Tag 2 is a game that just wants you to mess
Have
with
you
its
played
systems.
Tekken
It
8?
just gives you so
Yes.
much shit to deal with, so much
I
stuff to
played the
figure out.
demo. I
Characters
play
have
all
so
that
much mobility. I feel like we don't get
close
the
network,
same character
the
like mobility
CNT.
in this game. If we're
I'm
going
waiting
back
for
to, like, Tekken 3
Tekken
or
8.
Tag 1 or some shit.
2 more
dude.
days.
Characters just are moving like crazy, but it's a very volatile game. And I will say, it does feel like a lot of super hardcore Tekken folks don't really like Tag 2 that much. When you eventually get to like the highest level of this game, it becomes kind of toxic, bro. There's some very funky shit at the highest level of this game. There's also some very fun discovery stuff, but its core mechanics kind of lead to a very frustrating experience. So for a lot of people, the mid-level and the low level of Tekken Tag 2 is incredible. It's such a great game. But when you actually want to figure out its systems and really get good at it, there ends up being quite a bit of shit that is effectively very frustrating. And a lot of stuff that people are just like, I remember everyone just like waiting for Tekken 7. Everyone was like, just give us Tekken 7, dude. We're so sick of playing Tag 2, you know? Either way, if we're talking about a raw fun factor in this legacy, I think Tag 2 might have some of the most raw fun factor of any of the games in this entire franchise. I think I personally prefer some other Tekken games, but this one is certainly up there. I think it has so much to chew on that you'll never be done with it. Not to mention that we also have to just throw it in here, and we've played it before. The Wii U version of Tag 2 is like even better. And it has even more stuff, and it has Tekken Ball, and it has Nintendo costumes, and it's got Link and all this crazy shit. Well, Link costumes and stuff, Bowser costumes. It's the most feature-rich version of Tag 2 by a long shot. Oh, one criticism before we go. This was one of the first games that Namco was really like addressing online, where online was obviously a big focus for this game. I think it was also technically online in arcades in Japan. So what did they do to make their like delay-based netcode work? They cake in a shit ton of input delay into this game. And I kind of forgot about it because I played the game a lot and I got acclimated to it and used to it. But dude, the first like 30 minutes of me playing Tag 2 was just like, oh my God, dude. The input delay in this game is crazy. God damn, this game has so much input delay though. It's so difficult. I have to get used to it every time. There's no way to get rid of the delay. No. This game has caked in input delay into the engine of the game. This game runs at a native 8 to 9 frame input delay, period. It feels like I'm playing online right now. I find electrics, like true electrics, so hard in this game because of the input delay, dude. Almost got 3. And that's used as a buffer to make sure that the delay-based online might, you know, it feels similar to offline, right? It does. Well, yeah, it does, because offline feels like we're online, dude. So that's a rough situation. Tekken 7 had the same problem at the start, but they eventually alleviated it, changed a lot of their netcode, and got that input delay down a lot. So it was like somewhere between 4 or 5 on console and PC, which is good. That's good. But dude, like extra like 3 or 4 frames, that's a shit ton. This game took me a while to get used to. So you have to think that that's a big part of it, of the overall game feel being like, this is notably one of the most difficult Tekken games to play of all of them. I think that's a huge contributing factor. Most people won't notice it. I'm very sensitive to this kind of shit. And even in comparison to some of the previous games, like especially Tekken 5, such a responsive game, it just feels so much less responsive. So anyway, there are good things in Tag 2. There are several huge missteps in this game between bad timing and funky releases and the 3D genre possibly being a little burnt out at the time, but still a ridiculously fun game. And the Wii U version is easily the most feature-rich and probably the best, like, casual version. But my God, dude, if you are halfway a 3D fighting game fan, if you're just looking for a game just to grind on and just have some fun, even offline without even fighting people, man, if you have an Xbox and a Series S or X, this game looks amazing on a big TV. It's so sick, dude. So yeah, it gets my hugest recommendation. It's probably one of the best classic Tekken games you can play, and still has the biggest roster of all of them.
Nice. So we got the Tekken history down. Turbo loser. The fuck?
What's worse than being a loser? Being cringe. These are two very powerful forces of shame. Loser and cringe. But what would happen if you combine these two elements? Put them together? Well, Buster, the product of that fusion dance would be Nico D'Ambrosio. A turbo loser cringe specimen, the likes of which this
Why
world
do I
hasn't
hate this
seen in
name?
many, many moons. Nico D'Ambrosio is a Chicago man who's currently suing 27 women because they didn't enjoy the dates he took them on, and they dared say that to each other in a Facebook group. A private Facebook group, mind you. And Nico, with steam coming out of his ears, said, "This cannot fly in a civilized society. Every woman should be enamored with me and only have positive things to say. Thus, I'm taking you to court, heathens." That's exactly what he's doing. A Chicago man has taken out a defamation lawsuit against 27 women. One man and multiple social media platforms are finding negative posts. One man and multiple social media platforms after finding negative posts about him on the "Are We Dating the Same Guy" Facebook group. According to WXYZ ABC Chicago, 31-year-old Nico D'Ambrosio is suing up to 30 women for sharing negative dating reviews on Facebook group "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" He claims that the negative reviews started in November and these people made false and defamatory statements about him. The lawsuit included screenshots from the Facebook group describing Nico as very clingy, very fast, and claiming that he flaunted money very awkwardly and kept talking about how "I don't want to see his bad side." Oh my god, he hit him with the Hulk. "You won't like me when I'm angry." D'Ambrosio is not happy about how he is portrayed and is asking for $75K in damages. So if you're oh, that's the end of it. How do you calculate damages from a private Facebook group? What damages did he suffer? He's the Billy Mitchell of bad romance.
Okay, I
It's
don't
a
want.
frivolous
I
lawsuit.
don't wanna do this. I wanna do this. Tap that.
Today we're going to find out what happens when an internet troll makes fun of a world-class athlete.
It's called an Aoki lock. It's a modified heel hook, but
Jiu-jitsu is for autistic people.
what I think a master of jiu-jitsu is somebody that inspires another generation.
Jiu-jitsu, I swear, this is why I like striking. This is a competition where it's an art, and it's an art form, and I learned from the master. He looks like Mark Zuckerberg. He shouldn't be winning.
So that's like a master to student. He's an idol of mine for being...
It's like a master to the student. This is a leg heel lock. He's thinking he would make me tap. He probably would. He probably would.
That right there was Mikey Musumeci, a 5-time jiu-jitsu world champion. He holds multiple world records and is regarded as one of the best grapplers in the world. For those of you who are new to Musumeci, he's described as a bit of a psychopath. He has insane focus and drive, training about 12 hours a day, breaking people's kneecaps in competition because they don't tap, goes home, cooks a pizza, eats it, and then just repeats forever.
You know, and jiu-jitsu favors an analytical approach. You analyze positions and analyze possible counters and traps that you can set. That's why I love guys like Mikey Musumeci, because you know who he is?
No.
He is a fascinating fellow who I had him on the podcast. He's like the smiliest assassin, thick glasses, only eats pizza and pasta, and he only eats once a day. Another thing that's really unusual about you is your diet.
Yes.
You're famous for eating pasta and homemade pizza and only eating once a day.
Every night I eat like this. So how this started was I've been cutting weight and dieting my whole life, right?
Right.
And you almost develop an eating disorder from always dieting and cutting weight for so many years of your life, right? It
Right.
just naturally happens. So I would binge eat. I would starve. You know what I mean? Like, it was very unhealthy the way I would live.
Now, in order to understand the comments that Sneeko made, we have to understand who Sneeko is as a person. Now, I've never met him, but he has reacted to some of my videos on his stream before, and I'm pretty sure he called me a blue pill soy boy or something like that. But I was fortunate enough to never make his wall of all-stars. Maybe it's because he knows that I'm not threatened by a 160-pound soaking wet man-child. And to be honest, I don't really take anything he says seriously ever. You see, Sneeko is somewhat
So,
of a
for
social
Tekken
media
8,
chameleon. He
always.
doesn't really have a place or fit in anywhere, so he just adapts to or blends in with any ideology that he sees fit, and then after about 6 months, he abandons it when the grift runs dry.
And let's be honest, the red pill is dying. It's over. It's over because like there was a lot of hype around this, like, oh, the Matrix, bro, how do we make it out? And then like there's this excitement, there's hype around it, and I got in at the right time, hit the wave at the right time. You know, I was red pill raging when the red pill was blowing up, so it was perfect. You know, screaming at a camera, wake up, wake up! And then now, like, okay, you know.
And that's important because right now he's on this masculine red pill self-improvement grind. So in that clip, he says a couple of comments about Mikey and jiu-jitsu as a whole. And part of his delusional character arc, he started training boxing, which is why he says, you see, striking is where it's at. Jiu-jitsu is for nerds. But his comments didn't go unnoticed, and Mikey Musumeci actually responded.
So today I'm going to talk about bullies. Bullies are weak people that make fun of others around them, to give themselves relevance, and to make themselves feel good. They pick on the differences of humans, which is the most beautiful part of humans, their uniqueness. I really don't like bullies, guys. And there's this guy named Sneeko making fun of me, making fun of my friend, making fun of jiu-jitsu. He calls himself a boxer. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. Let's have an MMA fight. I challenge Sneeko to an MMA fight. I'm going to shut his mouth, and I'm going to take the bully's lunch money.
Now, if this is your first time being introduced to Mikey Musumeci, the dichotomy is that Mikey, who is a self-described nerd, is one of the most proficient people on this planet at snapping people's limbs off their body, all while being a really nice, pleasant guy. Now, to be fair to Sneeko, within MMA or fighting communities, there tends to be a meme or generalization that jiu-jitsu attracts geeks, dorks, and nerds. But all that really is a form of competitive tribalism. My sport's better than yours. We could sit here all day and go tit for tat on why striking or grappling is cooler or better or more effective. The interesting thing here is that Mikey feels as if Sneeko was bullying him, and he's completely within his grounds to feel that way. Because he didn't just talk about jiu-jitsu, he was literally talking about Mikey Musumeci.
It's like a master to the student. This is a leg heel lock.
He was mocking the way he speaks, said the sport is only for autistic people, and likened his appearance to his training partner and friend, Mark Zuckerberg. If you're terminally online, you may notice, especially on Twitter, that the word autism or autistic gets thrown around as an adjective to describe optimization or, you know, being really thorough with things, regardless if it's right or wrong or where you stand on it. The problem here is that Sneeko used an actual person to illustrate his point.
It's called an Aoki lock. It's a modified heel hook, but
Jiu-jitsu is for autistic people.
Mikey Musumeci, I didn't even know what Sneeko said.
Sneeko?
He was just making did you see it or no?
Sneeko was making fun of jiu-jitsu.
He was making fun of Mikey too. Like I don't think Sneeko knew that Mikey's actually autistic.
Oh, okay.
But he was like calling him like
Tarded.
This guy's dumb, like jiu-jitsu's fucking gay, like
unless Sneeko's delirious and never done jiu-jitsu.
He probably never done jiu-jitsu.
Mikey would make
probably never been in a confrontation.
Short work with him.
Yeah, and Mikey would you think Mikey would pull guard?
He would grab a hold of him and pull him on top of him probably. And just enter his legs and tear his knee within seconds.
Like within
seconds.
A minute for sure.
It's pretty clear to me that Sneeko probably saw Mikey Musumeci as an easy target and decided to punch down for some cheap laughs on his stream. But you already know that Sneeko wouldn't keep the same energy if he watched clips of, say, Gordon Ryan. Of course not, because it's clear to see that Sneeko's comments stem from feelings of inadequacy. It would be one thing if Sneeko was a stand-up comedian who could properly maneuver edgy jokes while also making fun of certain situations, or had anything to show for his combat prowess, but he's not, and he doesn't. Therefore, anything he says is just straight garbage. As of right now, he's just riding the high of internet clout, and he bought a pair of Nike Hyper KO 2s and thinks he's the shit. My only advice is that I wouldn't talk shit about somebody who can make you suck your own dick in under 12 seconds flat, especially when he's smaller than you and doesn't quite fit the bill of what it means to be a man according to your arbitrary standards. So after Mikey challenged him to an MMA match, Sneako responded.
I make jokes. I'm a streamer. I joke about everybody, me, chat, everything, all day, every day. What? I said in that video you're upset about, you would make me tap in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You would win. In MMA, even with striking, you would go, this is what you would do. Grab my heel and do the same shit you did to your master. You would win. You're a world champion. I train boxing sometimes. What the f do you think the result was gonna be? Is this a skit? I was looking at this and reading through the comments like, is everybody pranking me? Is everybody in on some sort of joke?
No, you're just a clown.
Mikey Musumeci, fine. I accept your offer. I will fight you in MMA under one condition, because you accused me of being a bully. I called you a Mark Zuckerberg lookalike. And I've never seen a world champion accuse somebody with no experience of being a bully. But I accept. I understand why you're upset. One condition, because I don't need the money, I'm an active income. You need to tell your sparring partner and your lookalike, Mark Zuckerberg, to have a 1-hour conversation with me about who controls the world. And then I'll fight you, inshallah. I'll see you soon, Mikey. Look forward to it.
What the fuck? That's what I mean. He just came up with a baseless fucking requirement so that the fight will never happen, not like it would anyway, but that's just how Sneako operates. I don't get it. You could also just not respond and double down if you truly are a jokester, an internet troll. Like, fuck it. Why do you even care?
And all these stupid stipulations he knows will never happen. Typical bully. They talk and they talk. Beyond the safety of their screen, or even in the bathroom, recklessly, and they never face consequences. There's so many people out there like him.
One condition. I'm not getting paid. You're a world champion, and this was my first time ever training. I want to speak to Mark Zuckerberg for an hour. Bring that part up. Don't say that's a bunch of stipulations. You spar with him. You speak to him regularly. Let me have a conversation with him. I'm going to live stream it. That's it.
At the end of the day, Sneako has a long list of people that are willing to fight him. But in his own words, he will never take that gamble.
I'd rather sit at home and yell at a camera, tell jokes than, risk my manhood falling flat for Brandon Buckingham, if I lose the fight.
Unless he knows he's going to win, and even then, I don't think he would take it. That's because it jeopardizes his manhood, which is effectively his brand.
Oh, he declined?
He declined.
Okay.
You're not fighting Mikey. You gotta fight someone else.
He declined
it gives you time to train that way, because
Yeah.
with Mikey it'd be hard to push it off forever. But now you properly train for a fight.
But it's really funny, the reason that he declined it is because I said that I would need to talk to Mark Zuckerberg about Zionism. And he trains with Mark Zuckerberg, so he could just get it up. The reason he declined is because Mark Zuckerberg can't talk about Zionism.
Doesn't want that topic.
Got him in a trap. It's nothing that serious. I don't want any money. As long as I just get to spread the word about what's happening in Israel, I'll do the fight. No, I'll do it for free, wallahi. But Mikey can't talk about it and Mark can't talk about it. There you go.
Guess it ain't happening.
Being a pseudo-masculine, red pill, trad-based loudmouth streamer is just what he does best. And it's just unfortunate that any sense of respect for him just gets lost in the grift.
Could I gin, please? BL Hicks, that's what I was looking.
I learned a lot about women. I think I learned exactly. Christians who also believe you should be fruitful and multiply. Isn't that weird? Don't you think they'd be 4 things that cause sexual thoughts? You know what I mean? Maybe even a centerfold in the Bible? I don't know. Miss Deuteronomy? Turn-offs, floods, locusts, and smokers? Turn-ons, myrrh? I don't know what myrrh is. Chicks dig it. Back to my room, baby, I got some myrrh. I did that joke in Alabama. These 3 rednecks met me after the show. Hey, buddy, come here. Hey, Mr. Comedian, come here. Yeah, I love that move. Come here. Not a physics major. I think that's a safe bet. Mr. Funny Man, come here. Hey, buddy, we're Christians. We don't like what you said. I said, then forgive me. Later, when I was hanging from the tree, I was hanging next to this little green fella. Christians who kill. Ah, we're about out of ideas on this planet, aren't we? That's why I love people like George Bush or this guy Pat Robertson, this televangelist in the state. These are Christians for stronger nuclear armament. Oh, what a great deal of faith. Because I know if Jesus were here, he'd probably have an Uzi on him. Don't you think he would, Jesus? Yeah, he would. The Prince of Peace is back, but he's pissed off. Fuck you, pilot. I'm back. I didn't tell you what kind of mood I was coming back in, did I, fuckers? Y'all, it's Jesus, he's back, but he's pissed. He's yelling something about the cross. I didn't catch it. Jesus. You know, I don't know what y'all believe, and I don't really care. But you have to admit, beliefs are odd. A lot of Christians wear crosses around their necks. You think when Jesus comes back, he ever wants to see a fucking cross?
Oh, fuck.
It's kind of like going up to Jackie Onassis with a little sniper rifle pendant, you know. Hey, Jackie, just thinking of John. We loved him. We loved it. It's great. Bill, Mr. Dressed in Black, say fuck every other word out of your mouth. Cynical humanist you. It's the devil.
The devil.
Oh, well, that's different.
Man. Let's...
Tech. Enough about me. Subscribe if you're new, because I want this to be the place to be when it comes to Tech Clinic. I'm talking collaboration, I'm talking maybe some kind of guide.
Yeah, okay. So you have no... Nothing. Good drugs?
I used to take drugs and I quit, but I'll tell you something. I have nothing against drugs whatsoever. That's kind of weird, huh? You've never heard that one? Used to take drugs, quit, and have nothing against them. Wow, never heard that. Let's hear more. Okay. I'll tell you something else. I know this is not a very popular idea. You don't hear it very often anymore, but it's the truth. I have taken drugs before, and I had a real good time. Sorry. Didn't murder anybody, didn't rob anybody, didn't rape anybody, didn't beat anybody, didn't lose one fucking job, laughed my ass off, and went about my day. Sorry. Now, where's my commercial? Shit, I'll be the guy holding that skillet in that commercial, man. That ain't a brain, that's breakfast. Let's eat. What have we been up, 5 days now? I'm fucking starving. I find that commercial a tad insulting to my intelligence. You know the one, here's your brain. I've seen a lot of things on drugs, but I have never, ever, ever looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain, not once. I have seen UFOs split the sky like a sheet, but I have never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain, not once. I have had 7 balls of light come off of a UFO, lead me onto their ship, explain to me telepathically that we are all one and there's no such thing as death. But I've never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain. Now, maybe I wasn't getting good shit, but that's what I hate about the war on drugs. I'll be honest with you. It's what I can't stand is all day long we see those commercials. Here's your brain on drugs. Just say no. Why do you think they call it dope? And then the next commercial is this bud's for you. Come on, everybody. Let's be hypocritical bastards. It's okay to drink your drug. We meant those other drugs. Those untaxed drugs. Those are the ones that are bad for you.
Come on.
Nicotine, alcohol, good drugs. Coincidentally, tax drugs. Ooh, how does this fucking work? Thank God they're taxing alcohol, man. It means we got those good roads we can get fucked up and drive on. Thank God they're taxing this shit, man. We'd be doing donuts in a wheat field right now. Thank God we're on a highway. Woo! This is a good drug. Because I'll tell you something, I'll be honest, man. If I were going to legalize a drug, it sure wouldn't have been alcohol. Sorry, there's better drugs and better drugs for you. That's a fact. You may stop your internal dialogue. But Bill, alcohol's an acceptable form. Shut the fuck up. You're wrong. Okay? Okay. Shit, man. Not only do I think marijuana should be legalized, I think it should be mandatory. I'm a hardliner. Think about it, man. You get in traffic behind somebody. Shut up and smoke that. It's the law. Oh, sorry, I was taking life seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, man, who's hungry? That'd be a nice world, wouldn't it? Quiet, mellow, hungry, high people everywhere. Just Domino's pizza trucks passing each other. Every single highway, parades of Domino's.
Right.
Let them get stuck in traffic. All our pizzas will be free. I'm a fucking dreamer, man. But I'm not the only one. Dreamers, man. Pot is a better drug than alcohol. Fact. Fact. Stop your internal dialogue. But Bill, alcohol's a... Shut up! You're wrong. Get over it. Okay? Okay. I'll prove it to you, man. You're at a ball game or a concert and someone's really violent and aggressive and obnoxious. Are they drunk or are they smoking pot? Which is it? They're drunk. I have never seen people on pot get in a fight because it is fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Hey, what? Hey, hey. End of argument. Say you get in a car accident and you've been smoking pot. You're only going 4 fucking miles an hour. Shit, we hit something. Oh, we got rear-ended by a Domino's truck, man. Just a better world. I'm not promoting the use of drugs. I'm just telling you, I've had good times on them. That's the truth.
Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna finish. I'm feeling so tired. Do you guys wanna talk? Do you want me to talk with you before I go to bed? Oh man, we need to hide those numbers. They are bad numbers. I'm gonna sit here for a moment, for a few moments. I'm gonna try to figure it out what to do tomorrow. But yeah, other than this, I think the stream is the stream reached its conclusion that today was like, nah. But we cannot have like, we cannot have every day to be filled with God knows how many things. Okay guys, I have nothing more to say. 2 days left for Tekken. Yeah, hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have the same. We're gonna watch what is possible on internet, and yeah, that's it. Good night, everybody. Ciao. Have a nice day or nice night, whatever is by you.